understand ourselves, and once we have understand ourselves, thereafter we will be able to move in the right direction. We'll be able to succeed in what we are doing, and we'll also be able to become a better person or a better human being and add a value to other people's life. Thank you very much. So if you want to add something, I'll wait for another 5 minutes. If you have any questions or anything to share, you can either type in the chat box or come on live. Yes. Thank you, Aman. Hope to see you soon sometime. Maybe we can have a interactive session together. We can do a live on what we were talking about today. Yeah. So we have Preeti here. Preeti, would you want to come and join me for interaction? Okay. So let's see. Yeah. Hi, Sachin. How are you?
Hello, Colonel Aditya. How are you? I'm good. Great to
Great,
see
great.
you on call live.
Yeah, really. Great. So, so tell me, how was your day till now? What were you doing?
Day is going really good. Like I start off with my health, back to my health. Again, I started my walking. From long time I was not focusing, and I started since yesterday. Again, back getting
Okay.
back on track, and really
Wonderful.
start feeling good. When I feel start working on my health, I really feel really good. Like yeah, now doing something great again. Back.
Okay.
So the day is really amazing, and
Mm.
yeah. So I would like to share one more thing that when you
Yeah, yeah.
start feeling doing something great, you start automatically feeling good from internally, and that
Okay.
is what I started feeling back. That now I am doing something great again back to life, because previously I felt like no, I am not again back on my track. I
That's great.
was internally feeling low. Yeah.
That's great. What is what happened actually, which changed your entire, inner mindset or what made you feel so good?
Yeah, internally, I can say mindset about I was believing that one day I will start. I was used to procrastinate a lot. I feel say, I know I will do it tomorrow. I was not feeling
Mhm.
good. So I always trigger with my emotions a lot. And I thought like, no, I will change one day. But that day was never coming in my life. And once day I decided that there is never a tomorrow. There is always a today when you can start it. And when I changed my program, what I can say is something like a coding, which I used to believe a lot.
Uh-huh.
I changed that. I started feeling how powerful that I can change everything internally, what is in my control. Then external is not so difficult to change anything.
Mm.
And that is
Yeah.
what I believe the mindset is, that how we get triggered with our emotion, how we trigger them into the direction of that what we want instead of what we don't want. And
Mm.
previously I was used to focus lots of things that what I don't want, and I was used to get that life only. And once I
Yeah.
understand the power of the emotion, they can trigger into the direction where you want something. It was really helpful for you to understand really amazing part. Like you can do something great, which you even not believe that you can do it. That is what I learned.
Okay. So you brought out something very important. Mentioned something important is like earlier you were focusing more on what you don't want, and that is why you were getting that only. But now you have started focusing on what you want, and that has changes uh, everything for you. So one more thing I want to, and another thing you also mentioned was that creation of the self-awareness, which the moment you created that self-awareness for yourself, things started changing for you. So yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that is very, very important for us. And I was also talking about like a lot of people, they think they know, but they really don't know who they are. And you also mentioned about something about some, you mentioned something about some codes, with changing your coding. So can you elaborate a little bit about that?
So previously, I was used to believe in code, like for example, okay, I will start doing tomorrow something. I'm not good enough for something. So I always believe something like a strong code inside of me, which can be something negative beliefs, which I was owning it. I will feel like, yeah, I'm that person. But
Okay.
once I trigger that now that this is not who I am, and
Mm-hmm.
that's once I understand the power of that belief system, that what holding me back, once I change it, it's really bring the new Sachin in front of me today. So I
Okay.
can see that new activities, new things happening, new people are coming in my life. So everything has changed one negative belief which I had changed it. So
Mm.
that is the part what I learned about the coding part.
Okay. Yeah. So welcome, Preeti. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. Thank you so much for allowing me to join your session and be a part of it. I'm. How are you, Sachin, and how are you, Colonel, today?
So I'm great, doing great, Preeti, and Sachin has also shared a few things. So
Yes.
he said in the last I think a couple of days, in fact last week, he has his life has suddenly changed. He has started taking action. He's
Mm.
starting take is taking action on not only on physical health but also on his mindset. And the moment he did that, things started changing automatically for him. So, Preeti, can you tell us a little bit about yourself to our audience as to what you do and
Uh, well, just to brief tell about myself, I've been a homemaker for almost 23 years now with three children.
mhm,
I started my career as a life coach 2 years back. It was when realized that okay, now I need to do something for my own self as well. Then I started thinking about career, and I did get
okay,
opportunities, and started as a career. I was always inclined and have been a student of psychology, so connecting with people and reaching out has been very much dear to me, near to me. Uh, that's all about myself, and exactly I
mm,
was listening to what Sachin was saying, and it was so powerful, and it is so I agree so much to it that it's all about what we are thinking and how we are thinking. It was same with me. I always grew up to be a person who had very low self-esteem, and my
mhm,
mindset was I cannot do anything good. I am not capable of doing anything. But the moment I started, and that affected my health, my relations,
okay,
and then I realized I need to do something about it. I knew there was whatever I was doing was not right, but how to correct it, I was not knowing. So it was only when I started my uh, self growth journey that I realized how much conditioned I was and how I could
okay,
change the conditioning and change my life. So I
okay.
completely agree with what even Sachin and you've been sharing till now.
And that's great to hear from you, Preeti. Thank you so much. And one more thing I would like to share here, that we are completely controlling charge of our life. That's what we
Uh,
want to do. Sometimes we feel like no, we life is happening to us. But no, exactly
Mhm,
what I believe, that life is happening for us. Like whatever we feel and we direct ourselves, we start living that kind of life. So
yeah,
normally, previously I was used to live autopilot life, but now I think like I am a owner of my flight, and I want to take my flight wherever I want to take it. So now that's a great again the one learning that we can own the life that we want to create for ourselves. And now the possibilities I can see it through my own life, and that is
mm.
the great evidence for myself today that I can create whatever I want. So that is also one more learning in the journey of my life.
Yeah, Sachin, you mentioned very important point that we are the master of our life. So the control is always in our hand. We think that say things are happening to me, but it is not. Things are not happening to me. It is we are creating the things, or we are making things happen. So the choice is either we let our mind control us, our thoughts control us, or we take charge and we control our thought and mind. And the moment we are able to do that, we can really make a difference in our life. We can take ownership of our actions. We can uh, create the right kind of mindset, and the moment we have that right kind of mindset and we have the right kind of thought process, in addition to the people who we choose to be around, we choose to hang out with, we can definitely create the right kind of environment to grow. And as somebody mentioned, that is something what is also known as the growth mindset. So, Preeti, I would want to ask you something. You had mentioned that you are a career coach. So, for especially for the younger generation of today, those especially those students who are in 11th, 12th, or those who are looking on, who are on the verge of selecting a career for themselves. And so, how do they go about how important is for them to have the right kind of mindset, and how can people like you help them create that?
Uh, well, when I was on my journey of self transformation and I
Hmm.
been to different mentors, and finally, when I got a system that really changed the way I was looking at things and myself, I felt, what if I would have got this when I was, about to step into life, that is just after college or
Hmm.
after school. I
Yeah,
wouldn't have gone through all that I went through. That life would have
yeah,
been much better. It's okay. I'm
absolutely.
not saying that not complaining. It's just that
Hmm.
something that I got at this point, what if the other younger generation get it earlier? We
Hmm.
are preparing
Absolutely.
them. We are preparing them to face the world in so many different
Hmm.
ways, developing their skills. But what about the mindset? We never even
Yes,
focus on that. Okay,
absolutely.
there are value education classes, there are parenting. The parents are giving them good values, teachers are giving them good value. But the thing is, we are really not talking about developing that right kind of resilient mind, which is very much
Yes.
important, especially today when there's life is so fast paced. You are always expecting so much from your own self. You don't even know where to draw the balance or the line.
Hmm.
There is a big dream, a big life, when in the younger age, 18, 20, there's so much of zeal and energy. You go out, you try to achieve, but you don't even know whether it's realistic, whether you're
Yeah.
capable, whether you have the potentials, whether you've chosen the right direction. And then when you fail, you start blaming yourself, you start
Hmm.
thinking that you can't do it. So I feel building on the right mindset to be able to choose the right path, the right career, and be able to develop better relations with colleagues, with family, with friends, and with self will help
Yeah.
a long way. So that is the reason why I wanted to reach out to the roots and start
Hmm.
early.
Yeah. So you brought a very important point that the youth of today is full of energy. They are full of ideas. However, what is missing is that there is no one to show them the right direction. One. Secondly, if they are more aware about themselves, so that is where our education system is not contributing. Our education system is more on the road business. You have to just you have to pass your 12th board. You have to get 10th. You have to get a grade at least. Then you select the subject. Then when you give a 12th board again, you have to get a good mark so that you can get admission to a good college. So everything is oriented towards academic excellence. However, when it comes to emotional balance, emotional well-being, and also with developing the right mindset, becoming aware of yourself. Like if I know what are my interests, what are my capabilities, and if somebody is there who can then help me match them, my interest with my capabilities, and then what can I do or what field can I choose so that I can be successful, and I can not only be successful in terms of monetary or status, but also in terms of getting that satisfaction or that and also they say do what you love and love what you do. So
Absolutely.
if I am able to do that, if somebody can help me uh, figure out these things out, my life would be 100 times better than what it is today. And especially for the youth of today, because this is something which we felt that we were missing when we were of the same age. As you rightly brought out, when had we been aware of this system 10 years back, our life would have been much, much different what they are today. Maybe we could have been wiser, more aware, and we could be able to make better decisions in our life.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
actually faced it. It's my personal experience. I have elder children. My elder daughter is 21. My younger daughter is 17. There is
Mm,
career counseling. I have nothing against them. They're doing a great job. There are career
mm,
counselors, and schools are taking the initiative. Colleges are taking the initiative. But they are just
yeah.
focusing on the attributes, the knowledge part.
Yeah.
They're giving the
Mm,
direction. The direction is there, but the holistic, complete direction is not there. The
mm,
subconscious and the mind and all of that is missing from there. So even though
mm,
they are being guided, it's incomplete guidance. There has
yes.
to be more to it.
Absolutely. Mm,
I faced
Completely
it with
yes.
agree.
my daughter because she got the
Mm,
guidance, she chose a path, but then she felt she's
Exactly.
not able to do, and she had to drop it.
yeah.
So
Yeah, Sachin.
I want to just add here exactly the problem with that we always talk about the mindset. And exactly the topic is so sorted, like it's not explored that what is mindset. Exactly, lots of people think about that mindset is positive thinking, motivation, reading books will change your mindset. But in real life, it doesn't work like that. The
Yes.
mindset is something, it's a belief system which you since you are so many years. Like, this has a profound effect on your life right now. So, whatever life you're living right now, you think, no, life is wrong with me. No, there is nothing wrong with my life or anyone's life. There is a
Mm,
something reason behind it. So, we never talk about that reason. We try to find out an answer by ourselves when we stuck in some situation and we blame ourselves. No, I am not capable of achieving this. I'm not capable of doing this because of our mindset. So people
absolutely.
has not never talk about the more powerful way of that. What is mindset actually, and what it does for you in your life when you have that kind of mindset. When you go in the life with that kind of, because lots of people says no, I am like this, I will do this. They set goals, they do everything, but they never achieve it because they don't understand the power of belief system, what they own in. Because of certain times that they're feeling good, they feel very happy, they decide, okay, I start this goal, I'm going to achieve it. And after some time, they go down again in life, they start feeling low because of that validation issue, they don't get acceptance, and they start feeling, okay, I cannot achieve it. So they doubt themselves because of the same self-belief system, which again comes from negative coding, negative belief system, which we owned some few years back, and which is holding us always back. So what I will here to explore here more than that why we cannot openly talk about our belief system. Why we don't talk about that what is wrong with us. Like one of the things that sometimes we feel low, we don't know the reason. And we try to find out no, we just stick with the same thing. We don't talk to anyone. We don't talk because we feel like we will be judged for anything that we open out.
Mm,
People will start judging us for something. And that is what I believe that why we should stop ourselves of expressing our true self, being vulnerable. Lots of people are getting fear of being judged. But why
yes.
you want acceptance of other people? Why you be not vulnerable to yourself? Whatever you're feeling, you express it out. What holds you back? And one
Mm,
thing I learned that being vulnerable is a really amazing power. What you are, and when you tell truth to yourself, it will help you a lot to go faster in life. And that is a really amazing power of being honest to yourself. That's it.
yes.
That's what I will share.
So yeah, being vulnerable and being honest to yourself is really, really very important. Second, you like, brought out a very, very important point. So, in addition, one more thing I would also like to add here is that, as Preeti mentioned, Even though we have counselors who are there to guide you, but they're focusing more on the academic and they are only showing what you can do and where you to need to go. But nobody is talking about your emotional wellness. Nobody is talking how to develop the right kind of mindset, and nobody is telling you how to work around those obstacles. And also, one more thing is that when you're focusing only on academics and you're in that rat race, as some people call it, then you forget about yourself. You're just running the rat race without knowing where you're going. And in the end, what happens is you burn out much faster, and that is why we have seen people are at the age of 30 years, 35 years, suddenly they found they feel they are burnt out, they are mentally uh, uh, having issues, and they are not able to cope up with the situation, and then they decide to change. They leave their jobs and they're looking for something else. Like I have seen so many youngsters who have selected a particular career path, and midway through that, then suddenly they say, "No, this is I am not meant for this. This is not for me," and they leave that, and then again they are standing at the crossroad, wondering, now what do I do? Because there is nobody to guide them. So that is where the
And
people
that
like
pulls
you
them
come into
down.
play.
That pulls
Yes,
them down so badly
absolutely. Yeah,
because they are telling themselves, "Oh, I'm not capable of doing. I don't even know what I want to do," and actually, they are
absolutely.
not even knowing what they really want.
Mhm.
So, as Sachin
Yeah,
said, we have to be very much aware of what we really want from ourselves, rather than just getting attracted by the big things and big dreams. So
yeah,
it is more of a distraction rather than being. So it's very important to be aware and be focused rather than being influenced by what's happening all around, what is trending, which job is more, getting more applause. So it's very important to first get to know our own self, align with it, and all that is not provided in any institution. So I'm
absolutely.
experiencing coming from my own experience and seeing people around. I really feel it's so much needed. When we say
Yes.
children are the base of and the future of the nation, then what youth are we building? What future are we
Mhm.
building if we don't give them that
Absolutely.
base and foundation?
Yes. So that is really very important. And there's one more thing which is these days people are talking about is instead of earlier the focus was on IQ, intelligent quotient, and now the focus is changing from IQ to EQ, emotional quotient. Because if a person is emotionally stable, then he or she will be able to handle all the challenges which are coming in their way easily, and they'll also be more aware about themselves. And when they are aware about themselves, when they are aware of their capabilities and what they can do with their lives, they will be able to figure out things in a much better manner. And of course, if we are able to provide the instead of it's not that telling them what to do, but instead of helping them find out what should they do, so that once they find the solution, they'll take the ownership of their actions. And once they have taken the ownership, then they are bound to be more successful. They are bound to achieve better results rather than being told. Because if you give advice to a person, it is his or her choice whether to take that advice or not, and how to implement that. But the moment we are making them aware and helping them find the solutions themselves, then they will be more answerable to themselves. They will be answerable to their own self, and then uh, as a result, they will definitely be much better prepared, both emotionally and mentally, and of course, acquiring those required skills to whatever they do want to do. And one more thing today I have realized is in the present environment it is very easy for a person to convert their passion into a profession and do very well at that, unlike
Absolutely.
what used to happen earlier. You can be a successful artist, you can be a successful painter, you can be a photographer, you can be a travel blogger, whatever you want to do. So the moment you are able to identify that and then you're able to acquire the required skills and thereafter work upon that, and you will enjoy what you're doing. When you enjoy what you're doing, you will be happy internally, and when you are
So
internally happy, your productivity will be much better.
I
Yeah.
would like to add when you about following the passion because I have seen lots of people even don't know that what are their passion of. Like, some people
Yeah.
really struggling in their path of that journey when they want to build that career. They are
Mm.
confused that what passion should they follow. They doubting themselves whether this
Yes.
passion will work for them or not. So exactly the foundation which is missing for them is until it is not strong, they are always going to struggle to find out that what is the correct path for me. For
Mhm.
example, even I tell my path because I also worked in corporate for long years. And I feel like even I was running a rat race. I felt like, no, this is not why I wanted to do it. And the second question for me was like, what am I going to do it? If I don't do this, what will be the other option for me? So it was
Yeah.
tough for me to find out my own passion that what I wanted to do it. But suddenly, when the sun suddenly changed, changing it, and I accept some new decisions which I made it because I was also
Mm.
like a person who never make a decision because I was not sure if I'm making a decision is this a true for me or it's going to helpful for me. And once I go with my gut, when I decided no, I have to take some challenges in life now because life is not going. So I have to come out of this race and I have to select something good challenges of life. So let me leave my comfort zone. Of course, it's not easy for everyone to leave the comfort zone. But I will say that life grows faster if you leave your comfort zone as soon as possible because
Absolutely.
what it feels like we always they get our monthly salary security, we get trapped in that situation and we fear that if we lose that what will happen in life. But when I faced it, I was also in fear that what will happen to next, like well the money is going to come, whether I will be able to survive or not. So this all kind of belief system come. But when I leave it and when I start feeling that no, there is some possibilities also available apart from the work what I was doing and I want to follow something. And I was really very much interested in helping people. So I decided let me take this step and make a decision of helping more people and transforming lives. And today I found like working since 2 years in this industry of coaching, I felt like, wow, this is really amazing, yeah. Like
Okay.
you can be a free person, you can be happy, and when you are happy, you can help other people to transform their life. So
Absolutely.
that is what, yeah. So that is what I want to convey to the people that if you have a passion, but what stops them is we all have passion. We all have some kind of hobbies. We all have that kind of something to. But the same self belief, it stops them to take action, and the fear holding them to come out of that comfort zone. That is what I wanted to share here. So that was a really great topic by you, Colonel Aditya, because you also had worked in armies, right? You also know that after you got retired, how you decide to what to do ahead in your life because you are already on mission for so many years, and you
Yeah.
still don't want to give up on your mission from long, and still we are able to see you that you are still on mission of helping people and transforming lives. So it's a really great to be a part of this mastermind like Preeti, you and lots of coaches we are having it today who is on the same journey. And we feel like, yeah, like we are also a soldier of our country. So that's a great connecting with you.
Thank you, Sachin, and thank you, Preeti. And
Thank
I
you
would
so much,
like to
Colonel.
tell our audience that in case you want to you have any more questions about what we were talking about, you're more always welcome to connect with any one of us. You can connect with Preeti, you can connect with Sachin, or you can connect with me. You can send us a message, or you can uh, also post your questions, and we will be able to help you find what you are looking for. And thank you, Preeti, and thank you, Sachin, for an
Thank
amazing
you.
interactive session. And looking forward to see you again very soon. Thank you.
Sure,
Thank you,
sure.
Colonel
Looking
Aditya, for
forward to
giving this
same here.
opportunity.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you, thank you so
Bye.
much. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.